everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah and today I thought I would bring you my 31 week update. I will be doing weekly updates now as I get closer to my due date. During the pregnancy I kind of like bulked all the weeks together, but that was really because I didn't have an enormous amount of symptoms to talk about, whereas now the symptoms are like whooshing in, they are coming in the dozens. So I thought I would bring you weekly updates. Also, I don't know when the baby is going to be born, so I don't want to like leave it a couple of weeks and think, oh, I'll do one big video and then the baby arrives and I never get to give you that video. Also, if you hear any noise coming from the window, any cars or anything like that, I'm really sorry. I have had to open my window. Would you believe it? Last weekend it was snowing, we had the beast from the east, it was horrific outside, and now I'm having to open the window and turn off all heating because it is too hot in this room. Saying that, I am really happy that it's starting to get warmer because I was just not enjoying the cold whatsoever. So this is my 31 week update and I'll be telling you everything that I've been experiencing since I did a last update. The last update that I did was, I think I was like 29 and a half weeks pregnant, and now I am about to turn 32 weeks. So it's kind of just covering all that area. The first symptom that I've been experiencing, which is something that I was actually really scared about, it's like a massive symptom. If you know anyone that's been pregnant, you may know about this, and especially if you have been pregnant, you'll most likely know about this. I've been getting Braxton Hicks. Now, Braxton Hicks are basically your body practicing contractions. So your body is like doing a rehearsal of the contractions that it's gonna need to do when you go into labour. When I started to get these, I kind of immediately knew that they were Braxton Hicks and that they weren't actual contractions. I've had many friends and many family members be pregnant, so I already knew about this, but if I didn't know about this, I probably would have freaked out. I knew that they weren't contractions because they weren't painful, and on my Pregnancy Plus app that I literally have lived by, and like it has been my Bible during this pregnancy, there was a blog post on the app all about Braxton Hicks and it described them as not painful, they weren't regular, they weren't like set times or anything, so I automatically knew that they weren't contractions, but they were still really scary. I was so scared to be having these because I was getting them and I was like, I'm only 31 weeks pregnant, why does my body feel the need to be practicing these so early? And I was so scared. Fortunately, being the absolute weirdo that I am on a mummy chat group on Facebook, and I posted on that group asking if anyone else had experienced Braxton Hicks this early and if they had, when they had gone into labour, and so many people commented on it and literally calmed me down so much because they were saying, oh, I had experienced these at like 20 weeks and I didn't give birth till like 2 weeks after. There were so many people saying that they had started experiencing this at 30 and 31 weeks and they gave birth on their due date or after their due date, so it really calmed me down so much, but I was so scared. As I've said, they aren't painful, but they are like really uncomfortable. It basically feels like anything from under your boobs is basically like a massive cramp and it is pushing everything down, and it is a weird sensation, like really weird. The second symptom is something that I had previously experienced. I think it was in like the second trimester sometime, and basically it's kind of like sharp shooting pains in my like hips and in my sides when I walk. So when I walk for like more than a few minutes, so like if I walk to like the train station or something, or if I'm walking too fast, this generally happens if I'm walking with someone else, because if I'm obviously on my own, I'll just walk slowly as to not like spur this on, and I basically get like a really sharp shooting pain in my sides and it makes it really difficult to walk. It basically feels like someone has like hacked me with an axe and it is so painful. The baby has been moving a heck of a lot, like an unholy amount. The baby would normally only move like for certain like times in the day for about like 10 to 20 minutes, whereas now the baby, like especially at night time when me and Harry are just sat on the sofa watching our TV, the baby will be aggressively kicking me, like to the point where I will look down and I will see elbows coming out, I will see like body parts literally just like being pushed. I will have my hands on my belly and I will just feel like basically actual feet. You will feel like an actual foot kicking your hand. And when it first happened, oh, I was so scared because it was, I felt like I was in like an alien film or something. It was so weird. A symptom that I talked about in my last bump update is that I've been having something that I have been calling lightning crotch, just because I've heard other people call it. The midwives, when I mentioned it to them, they were laughing so much. They were like, yeah, it's not called that. They were like, that's kind of what the Americans call it, but I like to call it lightning crotch because it kind of just explains what is happening. So basically the midwives describe this to me as the baby's probably just sitting on a nerve, and what happens is I basically get like a lightning, like shooting sensation go up, basically where the baby's going to come out. It's a bit uncomfortable, it's kind of just like and you kind of just stood there. I have had to warn people when I've like gone out for the day with them. I went out to a bridal shoot with my friend Kira like 2 weeks ago, and I was experiencing these then, and I remember just like getting in the car and was like, right, if I just stand there and go don't panic, it is just this. So that has been happening. I'm getting a little bit used to it, but it is still like really uncomfortable. The final symptom is something that I knew was going to happen, and basically is that I cannot sleep at night. There is like, I'd say like 2 nights in the week when I just completely am zonked out. Harry will wake up in the morning and he's like, you had a good sleep last night, because I'm literally just gone for the whole night, and I'll get up like twice in the night to go to the toilet. But saying that, I am not sleeping pretty much at all. I will toss and turn, I will keep getting up to the toilet because the baby is currently sat on my bladder. I am just constantly tossing and turning, can't get to sleep properly. And then in the day, I am just so exhausted all the time. Even on the days when I do sleep, I'm just exhausted all the time. I'm just so tired and I'm just not there. Baby brain has officially kicked in, but I am so blaming it on exhaustion because I'm just so tired all the time. I will just say stuff and then people are like, what? And I'm like, yeah, baby brain. Like, my baby shower is coming up thick and fast, which is like really scary because we booked the baby shower for a month before the baby is due, so that's a bit like, oh great, when the baby shower's done, that's like it, that's, you know, baby's here. We have started, like, well, I have started nesting and we have started decorating the nursery and buying little bits. I bought 5 of my favourite childhood books, which I actually vlogged. I will tag the vlog in the description box below, and I just ordered those on Amazon because the baby is going to have a lot of books. My family love reading, especially my mum, and I love reading as well, so the baby is going to have loads of books, but I kind of wanted my favourite childhood books like pushed in and like you're gonna have to read them once. We are doing a lot of the baby shower, as I've said in many videos before. We're doing it DIY, we're doing our own food, we're doing our own decorations and all stuff like that. I have been filming everything that I've been making and doing for it, so you will be getting a baby shower like DIY video, and I will also be making the baby shower into either a vlog or like a video, so you will be able to see like everything done in like one video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have been enjoying these bump updates. I absolutely love filming them. I think it's because when the baby's here and in future I can kind of look back on these, and you know, if I have another kid in future I can compare notes to see like how the symptoms are the same or different, or how I coped with them. Please follow me on all my social medias, all the links are in the description box below, and please hit subscribe. I am going to be making loads and loads of content over the next couple of weeks. I am bulk filming and bulk writing on my blog at the moment, so there is going to be loads of content coming to you. Even when the baby is born, I will be flooding you with content that I would have pre-filmed. I hope to see you in my next video. Love you all. Bye!
Hold up.